Yo, what is up, guys? We got a bunch of new Yu-Gi-Oh cards coming out in the game. Let's go ahead and check them out. So we've got like number XX Infinity. Can't wait for number XXX Infinity. And we also got a Flame Swordsman and Link monster. But I first want to mention everything is technically unconfirmed at the moment, but I'll update you guys down below in that description box if anything does happen to change. But as far as we know, these are the effects. So let's go ahead and kick it off with the Mighty Flame Swordsman, which is a Link to Fire Warrior Link effect monster with 1500 attack, and its link zones are in the bottom right and the wait, it says bottom right and bottom left, but clearly it looks like it's on the left. I think it's supposed to be left and the bottom left, but again, not positive on that. I think there's just a little typo here. Anyways, its materials are two monsters with different names. It says you can only use the second effect of this card's name once per turn. The first effect saying all warrior monsters on the field gain 300 attack. The second effect is if this Link Summon card is destroyed by battle or your opponent's card effect, you can target a warrior monster in your graveyard except for a Link monster and special summon that monster, but it's banish it if it leaves the field. Oh, I guess you can just like exceed with it. Yo, where's that invoker at? That's pretty interesting. It does have to be destroyed by your opponent's stuff, but it's any warrior monster in your graveyard, so that is technically kind of cool. If it was just like if it was Link Summon and you just got to special summon that monster, that'd be a lot better. Don't think it's that insane. It's just too small and it's too slow. That's the way I see it. Or even if it was just destroyed by a card effect and got the effect, it'd be so much better. But anyways, next up we have more Speedroid, because they're getting a new pendulum monster called the Marble Machine. And this is a level 2 wind machine pendulum effect monster. 200 attack, 100 defense, the scale is 1, and its pendulum effect is once per turn. When a defense position monster you control is targeted for an attack, you can change that monster's battle position, and during this turn, that monster cannot be destroyed by battle. The monster effect is you can only use the monster effect of this card's name once per turn. The monster effect is when this card is normal summon, you can add a Speedroid monster from your deck, but you can't special summon monsters for the rest of the turn except for wind monsters. That's a much better effect. Pretty cool stuff indeed. Next up, oh, is this like a Christmas Kuriboh? Oh, it's a Performapal Kuriboh Arter? Kuriboh Rider? I don't know. Again, it might be due to the translation. Looks like there's EM. Oh, Intermate is Performapal. Yeah, that's right. Anyways, so it's a level 1 Dark Fiend effect monster with 300 attack, 200 defense points. It says, when an opponent's monster declares an attack, you just special summon this card from your hand, then change the target of your opponent's monster to this card and proceed damage calculation. If you would take damage from that battle, you gain life points instead. Okay, that's kind of interesting. It lets you heal up, but nothing too special. Definitely better than the regular Kuriboh over there. But next up, though, we've got the Starving Venomy Lethal Dose Dragon. New Dark Dragon Fusion Pendulum Effect Monster with 2800 attack, 2000 defense points, and its materials are 3 Dark Pendulum Monsters, and its pendulum scale is 1. So its pendulum effect is once per turn, you can place 1 Venomy counter on each face-up monster your opponent controls. The second effect is monsters on the field lose 300 attack for each Venomy counter on the field except for Dark Dragon monsters. The monster effect is each time this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you get to place a Venomy counter on this card for each. The second effect is monsters on the field lose 300 attack for each Venomy counter on the field except for Dark Dragon monsters. Third effect is once per turn during your main phase, negate the effects of all face-up monsters your opponent controls until the end of the turn. Unfortunately, this is during your main phase. It was during either player's turn. That'd be so much better. The fourth effect, though, if this card is in a monster zone and is destroyed by battle by card effect, you get to place it in the pendulum zone. Okay. I do like the effect of negating the effects of all face-up monsters, but again, it needs to be during either player's turn for us to really think it's really good. The small amount, because as soon as it's summoned, you're probably placing at least 1, but then you're more likely going to be destroying it because it's got 2800 attack. I don't know how I feel about this card. About being like super insane and wanting to make a deck just specifically around it. Anyways, next up, guys, we got number XX Infinity Dark Hope, which is a rank 10, so maybe some trains. And it says it's got 4000 attack and 4000 defense points, and its materials are 3 question marks. So this is usually where this part comes into question because the quality of the picture is so dang low. It's hard to make out what exactly the number is, so it might be 3 question marks or more level 10 monsters. It says you can Only use each effect of this card's name once per turn. First effect being, if monster is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you can attach a material, then target that monster, special summon that monster to your field in defense position. Well, that's just if any monster is destroyed by battle. It's not even like ones that you're destroying or if your opponent's destroying. That's kind of cool. It almost reminds me kind of like Goyo Guardian. Like, who wants to special summon in defense mode, right? The second effect is you can target one face-up special summon monster you control, except for this card, gain life point equal to that monster's original time. Who wants to gain life points, right? I mean, if you're playing like, you know, a train deck and you happen to have access to like another 3 or 4k beater, yeah, that's kind of cool. You can heal up. I mean, if this had the effect where you can special summon it to your setup board, I would think that is great. If it could be an attack position, that'd be so much better. And it's only destroyed by battle. I don't know how I feel about this. I'm kind of disappointed. I mean, the name is awesome, and in fact, I really think the artwork is really cool. It's got that giant X in him. I was really hoping this card would be much better. Definitely kind of overhyped, but it's kind of nice to have like another Kuriboh. As far as cards being like insanely good, I don't feel like we have any right here. But we've got some more new Yu-Gi-Oh cards to check out. There is just an announcement of the 4-Mud Skipper. It's getting reprinted. But anyway, it's a level 1 lightsabers. Effect monster says you can only use each effect of this card's name once per turn. During your main phase, you can reveal a link monster in your extract. If you do, the name, type, and attribute of this face-up card, the field can be treated as the revealed monsters. And if used as material for a link, summon this turn. Wait, I'm sorry. It says an attribute of this face-up card can be treated as the revealed monsters. Oh, if used. Wow, okay. And the second effect is, if this card is sent to the graveyard as link material, you can add 1 level 5 or higher Cybers monster from your deck. Okay, so yeah, it's just another promo from last year's gets reprinted in the Salamangreat deck. It's for the new, of course, structure deck. We actually recently did cover Salamangreats. They definitely have a lot of potential to like one-punch OTK. If you guys have not seen that, I'm going to go ahead and leave that there in the pinned comment. But we got another new card for Gimmick Pup. This was actually announced, I believe, like yesterday, but I just feel like it's one card, so... let's go ahead and check out the artwork. This is a new Gimmick Puppet Link monster. The link zones on the bottom left and the bottom right. It's a link to 1500 attack. And as far as its requirements, it's just 2 machine monsters. It says you can use the first effect with this card's name only once per turn. It being, during your main phase, if this card was link summoned, you can activate this effect. For the rest of the turn, you can't special summon monsters from your extra deck except for machine exceed monsters. Also take 1 Gimmick Puppet monster from your deck and either add to your hand or send it to the graveyard. Then, if all monsters you control, minimum or 1, are face-up Gimmick Puppet monsters, you can special 1 Gimmick Puppet monster from your hand. That's actually really good for Gimmick Puppet. It gives you the option to just search your deck and special summon straight up anything. That's pretty awesome. Maybe I'll actually play Gimmick Puppets. Of course, I don't think the deck is very, like, meta, but very interesting archetype. That's for sure as far as artwork. Kind of spooky. But anyways, guys, let me know your thoughts on any of the cards that we just mentioned down below. If you guys want to send me in some gameplay of any of the new cards, feel free to go ahead and do so. Send in the replay file to AzneyesReplays@gmail.com. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, drop a like on it. And if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button to always see the latest new Yu-Gi-Oh cards when they get announced. But thanks for watching. Peace out.